Townhomes have reduced to rubble after a massive fire in northwest Baltimore. Tonight, investigators are looking into whether it was caused by an explosion. Hello, everyone. I'm Vic Carter.
And I'm Rick Ritter. We know 3 adults and 2 children were seriously hurt in this incident. And we have live team coverage tonight. Rachel Carden talks to witnesses who saw the explosion.
But we start with Abajoy Burnett, who has the latest details on the investigation. Abajoy.
Good afternoon. You mentioned the 5 people who were hurt. We now know that 2 of them were children, 3 and 4 years old, stepbrothers. We also know that a 5th person, a lady who was 5 months pregnant, was also injured. Just in the last hour, Baltimore City Fire put out a tweet saying that 3 of the 5 people who were taken to the hospital have been released.
45 to command. Bravo, Charlie Corner. We do have blue flames. We're directing crews away from that location at this time.
Radio transmissions between responders first on the scene show the extent of the late-night fire in northwest Baltimore.
At this time, we have a 2-story duplex. We have heavy fire show inside Charlie.
The call came in sometime after 10. Townhomes in Virginia Avenue near Lanier Avenue and Park Heights were on fire.
Looks like a heavy fire showing.
5 people were injured, including these stepbrothers, 3 and 4 years old. Neighbors told WJZ they heard and felt a boom. Debris reportedly flew about 50 feet behind the structures, but an explosion has not been confirmed.
The incident is still under investigation.
BGE said its crews showed up on scene late last night, shut off the gas and electric and canvassed the area, but so far they found no gas leaks. The company also said they've gotten no gas odor calls for this area in the last 12 months. This comes just 2 months after a deadly explosion on Labyrinth Road north of here. This photo summed up the night many people here had, a massive fire on their block. Look closely, you see a man walking without a shirt. The witness who took this photo said the man was in shock and injured.
That's one of the persons that were injured, and he was walking down the street last night, and he didn't have no shoes on, but I could see that he was badly burnt on his back and his shoulder.
Now, officials are still trying to figure out the exact cause of this fire and if it was an actual explosion here. And we do know that 3 of the 5 people who were released from the hospital are those stepbrothers, 3 and 4 years old, and the lady who was pregnant. Live tonight, Abajoy Burnett for WJZ.
All right, Abajoy, thank you. Our team coverage continues now with Rachel Carden. And Rachel, you spoke with a delivery driver who was dropping off food at the time and says this was in fact an explosion, or at least he believes.
That's right, Rick. She says she saw everything happen. She says she saw the windows of this building blow out and fire billow onto the street. She says she's still traumatized, crying when she spoke to us earlier today. She says she's thankful to be alive. For Jakira McCoy, last night was not just a fire.
It just exploded, like it just blew up, and I just blew up.
The DoorDash delivery driver tells WJZ she witnessed exactly what happened here around 10 last night.
The front of the houses blew out, and it was like a big fire just blowing out like into the street. The houses just started falling down. They started falling, and people were like panicking, and then everything just went up in flames.
Through tears, she remembers calling 911.
There were people screaming over there, and it was a really big fire. It was a really big fire, and I didn't know what to do.
Today, she's traumatized, thinking about what could have been.
I'm really shooken up about it. Like, I could have been over there.
Jordan Furlow lives in the townhomes a block away from this scene on Lanier Avenue. Last night, he and his wife felt their house shake.
We just heard a real loud explosion. We thought it was at first we thought it was a door slamming, but then we looked out the window and saw people running.
To see the damage in the daylight is almost unreal.
You wouldn't expect nothing like this to happen right behind you.
Now, coming up at 7, we speak to the mother of the 2 children who were injured, also sister to that pregnant woman who we know was also hurt. Her full story and the details about what she says happened last night, as well as the condition of her family. That's coming up in the next hour or so. For now, we're live at 6 in northwest Baltimore. I'm Rachel Carden for WJZ.